say with no further ado, let's get started on our focus on unity. And so I love the fact that we get together every week, right? Every Friday I open my screen and here we are uniting together. And that is such a gift. So bring your hands to your heart center. Take a moment to sit up tall, to organize your shape, right? Far forward on the chair, knees bent at a 90-degree angle, heels and ankles underneath the knees, feet about hips distance, toes pointing forward, shoulders back and down. Good. So individually, we are a drop, but together we are an ocean, right? That is from a Japanese writer, a quote from a Japanese writer named Satoru. And I love that. So one little drop doesn't do much, but the whole ocean is so powerful. So keeping ourselves in a vibration of unity rather than getting sucked into a division, right? A division of us and them. And I know as we are just a few weeks away from the election, there's a lot of that us and them energy going on out there. And so I encourage you, whatever your views are, that you unite together and you find your people, and there's always strength in numbers. And so I do not judge whatever it is that your views are, but I encourage you to stand up for what you feel strongly about. There's infinite potential when we work together. So let the chin come down to the chest. Remind yourself here that this is a practice of health and well-being for the body and the mind. And you could totally come out and practice yoga on your own anytime, solo, right? But when we join together, we are in support of each other, and that is such a gift. Lower the hands down toward the thighs, lift the head up, draw the shoulders back and down, and then slide the hands down by your sides so they're near the sides of the chair. And then I actually want you to just lift up the left foot and lower it down. Lift up the right foot and lower it down. So you're actually walking, right? We're not doing hip walking, which we often do. So I'm assuming that you're far forward enough in your chair, and if you're not, you can adjust yourself here, right? So this is walking in place. And just see, you might lift up and it only goes an inch or two, right? You might lift up and it goes really, really high. This is a work of the hip flexor muscles. And so it's nice to take a stroll together, right? And so most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. And in this challenging time, a lot of us have made up our minds to not be so happy. And that's another quote, by the way. That's Abraham Lincoln. So all those years ago, he expressed that incredible idea of, right, being as happy as you set your mind to be, you make up your mind to be. So maybe as you lift, it comes up a little higher. Good. And then we're going to add the arms in, right? So just steady breath, turn the palms to face downward. And the arms are about right out of the shoulder socket, and kind of feel like maybe it gives the leg an opportunity to perhaps come up a little higher, like it could tap onto the arm. Now, mine's not touching there, so don't feel like, right? I always remind you that that's a direction, not a destination. Some of you might make it to that destination, but it's not necessary. I just want to warm up the hip flexors. Good. Let's make sure we're paying attention to our breathing. So inhale, lift the knee up. Exhale, lower it down. Maybe it's going to slow our pace down. Inhale, lift the knee up. Exhale, lower it down. We're going to take 3 or 4 more cycles, moving a little slower with the breath, right? There's that union, right? Yoga means to yoke, to unite, to join together. Good, really good. And then the next time you lift up that left leg, I want you to hold on underneath the thigh. Oh, move through the ankle joint, circle, point, flex. Good morning, left foot. Yeah, nice. And then if you're able to, bring the hands to the outside of the knee or the shin, right? And just roll a little side to side. This could be done from underneath, right? So if you're holding from the outside, it tends to give a little bit more compression, but it's not necessary. And just lubricate that joint. Really, really good. And then find your center and pull that knee up and in as close as you can, right? And when you pull up and in as close as you can you still sit up tall, right? So there's some length happening in the spine. There's not this rounding action here. Nice and tall. Good. Now take a really good inhale. And as you exhale, create that rounding action. Bring the chin down to the chest, the nose toward the knee. Keep the foot flexed. So as the left foot is flexed, the right foot is pushing down and away. There's union in how we work our bodies. So when you breathe in next, I want you to lift the head and chest, lower the leg, reach the arms out to the sides, back behind you, hold on to the chair, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the head. Good, we're gonna take it to the same leg. Bring the arms out to the sides, forward, lift the left leg, hug it in. Just feel that little rhythm there, chin to chest, round the spine. Inhale, lower the foot down, arms sweep out, grab the back or the sides of the chair, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. Exhale, one more time, same side, left leg squeezes in, spine rounds. Good. Lowering that left leg down. And we start the same thing with the right. So on an inhale, lift it up. Hold on underneath and we build it slowly. Right? Anybody feeling a little squeaky in there this morning? Wiggle. The only thing I've done is walk my dog this morning, so I haven't been moving much. This feels really good. And then hold the stillness and decide if you hold on underneath the thigh or in front of the knee, and start those little hip circles, or I should say, not really circles, but it's like an arc, right? Like a rainbow shape. All right, just rolling through that hip joint a few times. Good. And then come to center. If you're able to hold on to the shin, pull it in as close as you can. It can be done underneath the thigh, right? This same action here. I just find a little more compression when I hold on to the front of the shin. So shoulders back and down. Push onto the left foot that's on the floor. Push down and away from you. Lift the head and chest. Draw the shoulders back and down, right? Feel the length of your spine. Good. Take a really big inhale. As you exhale, now chin to chest, round the spine, hug that knee in closer. Maybe the nose comes toward the knee. Then with an in-breath, lift the head, release the foot, arms reach out like wings, and you bring them back behind you. Hold on to the back of the sides of the chair or the seat of the chair. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the head and chest. Exhale, arms sweep back around. Lift up that right leg, hug it in, round, chin to chest. Good, same leg, lower the leg down, arms sweep out, open. Lift your heart. And exhale, hug that same leg in. One more time, chin to chest. Good. come back to neutral, lower the right leg down. All right, now to get a little rhythm and movement and sync, right, a little unity, we're going to alternate side to side with that same action, getting a little blood flow going in the body. All right, on your inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Good. Inhale, lower the legs, sweep the arms out. Reach back behind you, and when you're ready to exhale, you're pulling in the opposite side. Right leg hugs in. Good. Move with your breath. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, bringing the knee toward the nose on the left side. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, knee toward nose on the right side. So a few times here, just alternating side to side. Feel this union of movement and breath. Right, this sequence here is actually known to help with anxiety. So I know I'm a big fan of that one, relieving some anxiety. Couple more rounds, just keep moving. Good. All right, the next time you find those arms coming out and back behind you, hold here. Hold on to the back of the seat of the chair. Maybe lean forward a little bit more, right? Try not to tip off the back legs of your chair. Just squeeze the shoulder blades, open the front of the throat. So good. And then come to neutral, arms sweep back and around, hands to heart center, chin to chest. So bringing us together, connection, consciousness with the present moment. All right. Good. Now bring the hands down to the thighs, and we're just going to do a few of those traditional sun salutes to get a little bit more full body movement. On your inhale, sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, we're going to forward fold. So take your time. Maybe you start with hands on knees and then you slide down. Good. Chin to chest. And then inhale, halfway lift up. The fingers slide up the shins. We lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold back in. Reverse the swan dive. Sweep the arms out and rise on up. Maybe lean back a little. Exhale, hands to the heart, right? So it feels so good to do it together. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out and up. Reverse the swan dive. Maybe lean back a little. Exhale to the heart. You've got two more. Move with breath. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Feel the rhythm with the breath. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Reverse the swan dive. Exhale, heart. Take it again. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Oh, so good. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. Inhale, sweep arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Woo, so good. All right, so we're going to take a moment now to stretch out that hip flexor that just works so hard, right? Because every time we do the marching, right, and the lifting, it contracts that hip flexor. Now we're going to open it. So we're going to turn our bodies so the right foot steps out to the right. And we're coming into a warrior one position. So we've done this a lot, but let's see, somebody new I think is here. So welcome somebody named Joyce, I think. I can't see the face, I only see a name, so I know you're here. Welcome. If you have a block, blocks are really helpful here, right? So you can take a block or you can use a book, remember? And then you want to kind of scoot yourself so that just your right thigh and just your right tushy cheek is on that chair. Hold onto the back of the chair with that right hand, and then take that left knee and bring it down toward the block. Right, all right. So for starters, I'm kind of at a 90-degree angle, so I might not feel as much here, but it depends on the personal situation with your own hip flexor, right? Your own flexibility. So let's lift that left arm up. Right? I like to keep my toes on my left foot tucked under, but you don't have to. It's a bigger stretch on the toes there, right? You could always have the toenails down like this, but maybe try tucking it, awakening the bottom of the foot a little bit. Gaze up toward that left hand and see if you have some space to lean back. Right, when you lean back a little, you might feel more lengthening coming in on the whole left side of your body. A little bit more into the hip flexor. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Take one more nice inhale. And then exhale. Slowly come back to center, lowering that hand down. All right. Option, stay here for the second round. Or lift the knee off the block, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle it back, maybe an inch or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Mine's pretty far back, but yours does not have to be. All right, so it's like a crescent lunge. It's a, if we were doing this standing, it would be a big balancing pose, right? Because we're on the ball of that left foot, but it opens that hip flexor really, really big. All right, so now, once again, turn the chest plate to the right, right? So notice if the chest plate is kind of trying to turn to the left, it likes to do that because then it tells the hip flexor, you don't have to work that hard, but let's work together in unity. So hello, chest plate, turn yourself to the right, squaring off the chest plate helps to square off the hips. With an inhale, reach that left arm up again. Look up and lean back. Maybe it's a millimeter. Take what's available for you. Make sure you can breathe. Now you can add in that right arm if you want to take a full crescent, supported with the seat underneath that right thigh and right sitting bone. Oh, so good. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, lower the hands down to that right thigh. Just fold your chin to your chest for a moment. All right, coming out of the back bend. And then soften that left knee and bring your body back and around to center. Keep the feet wide. Maybe they're even wider than your mat. Toes are going to point out. Good. Hands on the thighs. Big breath in. Exhale, dipping left shoulder toward the center. Ooh, looking over the right shoulder. Anybody get a pop in their back like me? Inhale, lifting up to center. Exhale, dipping right shoulder down toward the center, looking over the left. Good, we're gonna do that a few times before we go to the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip. Maybe you go lower, stay sturdy in your feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip, right? Feel the rhythm and the union of the movement and breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip. Inhale, lift. And exhale, dip. Good, back up to center. And then we're going to open that hip flexor on the opposite side. So we're going to start to pivot ourselves around so that the left foot is coming out to the left. And we're scooching ourselves around. Remember that you want to take your time. There's always form before fluidity. Like that's my favorite little alliteration, form before fluidity. So if I get my left thigh and my left sitting bone on the outer edge of the chair. I can hold on to the back of the chair and bring that right leg around, lowering that knee down to the block, and maybe I move the block, making sure it's in a really good position, tucking the toes under, getting a good stretch in the fascia of that right foot. Yeah, hold on to the seat of the chair, square off that chest plate again, right? Notice how the chest plate likes to turn out to the right. Shift it to turn to the left, so that you're squaring the shoulders and hips. With an inhale, reach that right arm up. Good, so you've got a nice 90-degree angle on that leg, but if you lean back a little, likely you're gonna feel a stretch, not only in the iliopsoas, right, the hip flexor muscle, but probably even on the ribs, the chest plate, the arms. Lift your chin up, you guys look so good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. One more inhale. One more exhale. Good. Lower the hand down. Pause for a moment. You could stay here, or you can take it deeper by lifting that knee off the block and kind of wiggling that foot back, right? Trying to get a more of an opening on that hip flexor. Right? This leg does not have to be fully straight like this. That's pretty intense, right? So maybe you keep a soft bend in that back knee still. Decide what's good for you. And then with an inhale, lift that right arm up again. Good. Take a couple of breaths and decide if you want to add that left arm in, taking a full high crescent lunge in the chair. Breath in and breath out. You got this. One more. And exhale, hands come down nice and slowly. And then start to soften that right knee and heel toe, shifting yourself back to the center of the chair. Woo, feet wide, toes pointing out. Hands on thighs, big breath in, sit up tall. Exhale, dip the left shoulder down, look over the right. Maybe you go a little lower this time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip right. Good. Slowly coming to center, and heel toe the feet together. And we're gonna come to standing today. And lucky for us, we've got the support of the chair. All right, so come on to standing. And we're gonna come around to the back of the chair, right? And so you might even wanna kind of set that chair toward the front of your mat so you have room to step back. All right, and then you have your fingertips on the chair, right? The elbows can be straight and the feet are going to be, once again, form before fluidity. So feet are hips distance. I've got about 6 or 8 inches in between my 2 feet, right? And the toes are pointing forward. Good. And for starters, with my fingertips on the back of the chair, I'm going to stand tall. Right, so be in a position where you can stand tall, but still have your fingertips on the chair. Good. All right, now we're gonna step that right foot back, but not really put weight into it, just come onto the toes, the tucked toes. So if you can see my foot, I'm not sure how well you're able to see the position of my foot, but I'm deep into the neck of the toes, right? So kind of like I was in that crescent on the chair, right? Good. And then slowly lift up the left arm, reaching it forward, right? So we're throwing off a little bit of our balance here by taking some weight off of one of the feet, lifting up one of the arms. Lots of balance right there. All right, good. Give me one more breath. Maybe you can lean a little further forward. Feel some weight coming into that left foot, but the right toes are still anchored. Yeah, really good. One more inhale. And as you exhale, bring that left hand back down to the chair. Lift up that right knee and lift it up toward the chest. All right, so it can be here, right? Doesn't matter how high it goes. Lift it as high as what's available for you. And see if you can switch hands. Grab the right hand on the right knee and maybe lift it up a little higher. You can hold on underneath, right? We did that seated already, yeah. And now notice here, if you can lift a little taller in your spine. Go ahead, take a really big inhale. And as you exhale, bring the chin down to the chest, nose toward knee, round the spine a little. Lots of balance action there. Good. With an inhale, release the leg, lift the head and the chest, stepping the leg back behind you again, lifting the left arm up a little higher. Good. We're going to take that again on the same side. Big breath in and exhale, bending that right knee, hugging it in, maybe holding the hand, the left hand on the knee this time, squeezing the knee closer, rounding the spine. Good. One more time, same leg. Extend right leg back, lift left arm up. Exhale, hug. Right leg in, chin to chest. Beautiful. Lower down slowly, right? If that left leg feels like it needs a little shake, shake it out. Get some circulation back in. Good. Pause in mountain pose if you feel comfortable releasing the hands from the chair. You can bring your hands to heart center. Take a really big breath in through the nose. And in unity, we let it out with an ah. Good. Nothing better than support for one another. Good. And lowering the hands down, getting nice and stable. Check your positioning of your feet again. Form before fluidity. When you feel stable and ready, you can step the left foot back, right? Tucking the toes under, getting a nice deep stretch in the neck of the toes. Good. All right, holding that left hand on the chair, extending the right arm forward, right? And just start with that. I mean, right? If you have any balance challenges, this alone is a tremendous action. So be okay with that, right? So nice to know that you're not alone in a balance challenge, yeah? Breathe. Good. One more really big breath, maybe getting a little bit more weight onto that right foot, but keep the left toes rooted. All right, one more inhale. As you exhale, we're going to bring that left knee up. We're going to hold on. Maybe we start with the left hand because it's a little easier to hold the same hand on. So we switch hands on the chair. Yeah, good. And then lower, lower, lower it down, extend it back out, lifting the right arm up. All right, same side for 2 more rounds, but this time we're gonna hold the right hand onto the left knee. Big breath in, and exhale, lift that knee up, hold onto the knee or underneath, squeeze chin to chest, round the spine. Good. Inhale, lengthen the leg back. Lift the arm up a little higher perhaps. And exhale, hug it in. Good. Slowly, slowly lowering it down. Yeah. All right, so you may have guessed it. We're going to do alternating sides like we did on the first side, on the first time we were seated actually. All right, so we're going to begin right leg back, left arm up. Going to alternate sides. What I want you to concentrate on is moving with your breath. So set your form before you flow. Form before fluidity. Big breath in. Exhale, lift, hug, squeeze. Good. Lowering it down and switching sides. Stepping left foot back, lifting arm up. Exhale, squeeze. Good, lowering it down, switching hands. Right leg back, lift up. And exhale, squeeze, right? So this is brain power. Stepping left foot back, lift right arm up. Exhale, hugging it in. Good. Lowering down. One more time on each side. Right leg back, left arm up. Exhale, squeeze and hug it in. Lowering it down. Inhale, extend. And exhale, hug. Good. Lower down. Good. And pause for a moment. Right, so anytime we do cross-referencing, alternating like that, we're actually working our brains on top of working our bodies. All right, so one more playful pose, standing. Stepping that right foot back again, stay on the ball of the foot. So my only thing really touching are my bottom of my toes and the really top of the ball of the foot. All right, now holding both hands onto the chair, start to lean forward a little bit more. Right? Trust your standing leg, right? This is that strong leg. And as you lean forward a little bit more, you're putting a little bit more weight into that left leg. You might start to feel like, oh, maybe that right leg could float up, right? If that right leg can float up, keep it active and strong, flex it or point it. It doesn't matter what you do. Both of them will hug muscle onto bone. See if you can lift the leg up a little bit higher, bend the elbows and lower the chest a little bit lower, right? So this is a variation of Warrior 3. If you want to, if you feel like you're able to add an arm in, you can release the left arm forward, right? Like a spinal balance here. You guys look so amazing. Make sure you're breathing. I got your back. I'm here with you. You're here with me. Take one more really big breath in. And exhale, slowly soften the knees, stepping the right foot to meet the left. Come to standing. Either hold the chair or bring hands to heart center for your breath. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, unity. Ah. So good. Strength in numbers, right? Keeping ourselves in a vibration of unity, not division, yeah? Good, lowering the hands down. We get to try Virabhadrasana 3 on the opposite side. So let's step that left foot back, right? Find your spacing, right? You might notice I'm adjusting myself to make sure that my form is set. If my form is set, I'm going to feel much better when I start to be fluid and move, right? Keeping both hands on the seat of the chair. Start to bend the elbows and just lean forward, right? When you lean forward, it's like all of a sudden you get more weight coming into that right leg. You might automatically feel that left leg just peeling up. If it does, and if you're stable, you can just let it float up. Right, maybe bending the elbows more, trying to get that torso parallel to the floor. Right, activate that leg, either point or flex. And if you want to add the arm in, that right arm goes forward. Spinal balance, variation Virabhadrasana 3. Breath in, breath out. Can you give me 2 more? You could always come out sooner if you need. Nice. Next inhale, lower the hand down, soften the knees, come back to standing. Good, bring the hands to the heart center or hold the chair if you need the stability. And a collective breath. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth. Ah. So good. Lowering those hands down and slowly making your way around to the front of your chair. Good. And then take a moment, maybe to hip walk a little, forward and back, staying nice and loose here. Beautiful. And we're going to take a gentle twist here just to unwind perhaps any tension that that posture may have offered for us in the physical body. Hands come to heart center, sit up tall. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the left, right? You can hold on to the back of the seat of the chair. You could even wrap your arm half bind around your back if you wish. And then we're gonna move with breath. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. And just 2 more times on each side. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, twist left. Move with your breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, right. Last cycle. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. Feel the union. Exhale, right. Good. Inhale, up. Hands to heart. Exhale. So good. And then slowly bring the chin down to the chest. Lower the hands down to the thighs. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, slide those hands down so that you come into a forward fold. Let your head hang here. If you need more support, you can always use blocks here instead of holding onto the floor or the feet or the ankles. It's a nice option. Turn your head to the left. Back to center. Inhale, turn your head to the right. Exhale, back to center. Good. And then we're going to reverse by sliding the hands up the front of the shins, rolling up really slowly. Good. Hands coming back to the thighs and then up to the heart. Good. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, hands on knees and slide down slowly. Like feel each vertebra one at a time, lowering, 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 right? And this time we're going to kind of go in a yes direction with the head. So inhale, just lift the head, look up. Exhale, lower the head, chin to chest, look toward the navel. One more time. Inhale, lift the head, lift up. Exhale, lower head, look toward belly button. Good. Use an in-breath to slide all the way up those legs. Good. Bringing the hands to the heart center. Really well done. Right? So when people unite, that is when they are most powerful. Good. So I had a student who came to class for me on Wednesday, and she apologized to no end that she had missed class the week before. And I said, it's okay, no worries. And she shared with me that she was accompanying a dear friend to a medical treatment for a cancer treatment. And she was being in support of a friend. And I told her that that was probably the greatest gift that she could ever give, right? And so release the hands down to the thighs and just take this message in before we enter into our final rest. There is strength in numbers, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean that we are coming together to, say, petition the Florida Constitution for a change of amendment, right? Something really big like that. Maybe it's something really small and simple. Like my sister and I decided that we are so overwhelmed with all the old photographs that we got from my mother's house after she passed. They've been like hundreds, maybe even thousands of pictures in boxes. And we decided we're gonna go through it together. We're gonna go through it together. Sort, scan, digitize. So whatever project it is that you're doing, unite, right? Unite. Slowly, hip, hip walk back into your seat. And allow yourself to rest. Oh, in this moment, you are uniting with your chair. Oh, it feels so good to soften the weight of the body into the seat beneath you, into the back of the chair supporting you. Can you still feel your feet on the ground? Can you feel a little space in between the toes and in between the fingers? Maybe you choose to keep those palms down, or maybe you turn them upright and they get really soft. When we leave our hands upright and open, that means we're open to receive. Whether you are the giver or the receiver to any relationship, you are uniting to work together. Let the shoulders roll away from the ears. Let your teeth part so that the jaw can relax. Feel the muscles start to get drape-like over the bones. And then on top of the muscles, on the bones, we've got that skin delicately draped over the body like a tissue or a sheet on your body on a hot summer night. Bring your attention to your natural breathing. In this moment, the union of mind and body, the awareness of this space that you are in, the connection to your body by observing your breath. Trying not to control it, but just to bear witness to it. And so while you are holding on to this beautiful stillness for a moment or two longer, although the eyes are closed and each one of us are in our own homes, can you feel that energy of unity? That we are together, that we are one. And let's use that breath to reawaken the body from the sweet rest. Take a nice inhale and a nice exhale. Wiggle the fingers. Good. Another inhalation here. And as you exhale, wiggle your toes. Good. On your next inhalation, reach those arms up toward the ceiling. Take a nice stretch. You might even straighten through the legs and stretch them too, like you're just waking up from the most amazing nap and you want to stretch your whole body. Good. Lowering the feet, lowering the hands, and walking back into your best posture position. Right, your Sushumna, your center energy channel aligned from the earth to the sky. Hands come to heart center. Om Shanti, 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 He. Om peace, peace, beautiful peace. May this practice always be a source of peace for each one of you. And I thank you. Thank you for coming out to practice with me and with each other, right? In support of each other. And thank you for trusting me to guide you through this ancient and most magical practice that we call yoga. Infinite potential when we work together. Have a fabulous Friday. Namaste.